Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Katie.
And this is
It's
KR
KR
Compares.
Compares.
Together, we're doing, is that how we're doing it?
I don't care.
Is that weird? It's weird, right? To say at the same time? I was trying to throw you off, but I think you just jump in now. Anyway, if you're just joining us, because we just started again, we compare stuff within similar categories. Sometimes we do it for fun, sometimes because I actually don't know the difference between things, and we're going to find out.
So today we are going to compare some orange juice.
Yes, in case you couldn't tell. Now, if you know me, you know that I love orange juice. Juice for me is like it's just nectar, like the nectar of the gods. Like ancient Greeks described nectar. This is what it is for me. I mean, I guess it's literally nectar.
And it is. It's got a lot of sugar.
Oh yes, but it's fantastic. If you've had something savory and you just want a sip of something sweet or a glass of something sweet, orange juice is just. I mean, I just like juice in general, but orange juice is fantastic. I love orange juice. Can't get enough of it. We usually have it in the house somewhere. If we don't have oranges, then just going over to the orange juice. So, that being said, we have 4 to choose from, and they are...
We have Simply Orange, we have Tropicana Homestyle, Trader Joe's pasteurized, like regular orange juice.
Not to be confused with the unpasteurized version, which is twice as expensive.
Yeah, it was kind of expensive. Yeah, I mean, I'd be interested in trying it, but that's
Yes.
a different episode. And then lastly, we have Florida's Natural.
Now, all of these are with pulp, about medium pulp. Now, generally speaking...
I don't think the Trader Joe's one has pulp.
Oh, it 100% has pulp.
Does it have
Look
like
at that. Look at that. Tell me that's not pulp.
Okay, maybe there's
that is pulp. They all have some amount of pulp. Generally speaking, when it comes to orange juice, I like to almost chew my orange juice. I like a high pulp. I'm curious what you folks think. So if you go ahead and comment in the bottom, you can let me know how you like your orange juice, because obviously everyone likes orange juice, so you're going to be having orange juice, but do you like it with or without pulp? Probably with pulp, because that's obviously the superior way to have it. You don't have a preference for some reason.
I really don't.
It doesn't matter. She doesn't drink nearly as much juice as I do, which is good because that leaves more juice for me. But I see no reason to waste time, so okay. Let's just jump right into it. And we're going to dive right into our first series of taste tests. Simply Orange and Tropicana. Medium pulp and homestyle?
Yes, which says some pulp. So I imagine that is basically the same thing, a medium pulp.
Fair enough. When we go to the store, we usually get one of these two, and generally whatever's available in the highest pulp, because I haven't been able to tell the difference. But now we're actually going to see if we can tell the difference if one of these is actually better. And the first thing you're going to notice about orange juice is the way Kate and I pronounce it differently. She pronounces it correctly. How do you say it?
I don't know if it's correctly, but I say orange.
Right.
Orange. What do you say? Orange?
Orange juice.
I've heard orange more than orange.
Because I'm usually the one saying it. We need orange juice. Orange juice. Orange juice. She's like, don't you mean orange? It's the same way that we pronounce the thing that comes from cows differently.
Milk. That's because of like Dutch influence or something.
I'm not Dutch.
No, but in the Northeast, there's...
If we have any linguists on that happen to watch this, and you guys can tell us why the hell I say both of these words wrong, please let me know in the comments, because I'm super curious.
They're just different.
Different can be wrong. Different doesn't have to be good, right?
Anyway. Get your point across. So anyway, these look quite similar. Well, they're both 52 ounces. They're both in the carafe style, which is this like...
Officially what they call it, yes. Carafe style? Because these are pulp, I forgot. You should.
Yeah, we have to shake them.
Gently, because I don't know how snugly tie that. You might spill orange juice all over yourself. Alright. Let's get some of that pulp in here.
I just filled it up like really to the tippy top.
Oh, interesting.
How much are you putting in?
Just like half. Did you make a mess?
No.
So you just made a sound for no reason?
Yeah, I thought I was going to make a mess. It was a preemptive freak out.
Excellent. I mean, they look the same.
The color is very, very spot on.
Okay. What do we need to know about orange juice?
First and foremost, that one, the Simply Orange, has some additional fortification. So it has vitamin D and calcium. The reason that you have both in there is because one needs the other to be like more effective.
Interesting.
And by USDA like regulations, they have to include that in the ingredients list.
Wait, they have to include both to do it?
No, well, they have to actually like list it as like an added ingredient. They can't just say, "Oh, by the way, it's like in here."
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, why include
Well, the
vitamin D
reason
and
I say
calcium
that
at
is
all?
because like the ingredients list for Tropicana, it just says contains orange juice from U.S. and Brazil. That's it.
That's the. Well, but this one doesn't contain any extra vitamin C or D.
No,
because they're like it doesn't.
Yeah,
really
they're like it's orange juice.
You're not. If you want vitamin D and calcium, then you would have milk.
Yeah, pretty much.
That makes sense. No added sugar though. All pasteurized. Yeah. Shake well.
But interesting that you paired these together.
Why?
Before we take, because who do you think actually founded Simply Orange, or like when did it come out?
Jeff Simply.
No, it was actually founded in 2001 by Minute Maid, and Coca-Cola is the parent company.
What? Hold on. You mean to tell me Simply Orange is a Coke product?
Yes.
I didn't actually know that. She tells me she stopped telling me these fun facts before we start filming. So Simply Orange is a Coke product.
Yes.
And what about Tropicana?
Tropicana has been around for about 75 years. Yeah, 1947. They were bought by like Beatrice Foods or something in the 70s, and then later down the road, this is now owned by PepsiCo. So you got Coke versus Pepsi. We literally
got a Coke versus Pepsi?
Yes. How cool is that?
That's, I mean, I don't know about cool, but that's, I guess.
I mean, is it surprising? No, not really. There's very few independent.
What, you're going to sniff your, hold on,
yeah.
why we stop?
I was going to sniff it.
Well, why don't we start with the same glass?
Oh. I guess that makes more sense.
It smells like orange juice. It smells like orange juice.
Sugary, but not.
She's getting into the nuances of the orange juice. For me, it's just orange juice.
Okay.
Oh, there's not enough pulp in that.
Yeah.
Just right. I don't know. I feel like more pulp. I feel like adds more flavor.
Maybe. I don't know. Like I feel like it feels like there's more going on because maybe you're like, oh, there's pulp here.
I suppose. I forgot the palate cleanser. That's okay.
Oh, you got a water over there. So the Simply is 23 grams of sugar. Does it taste very sugary?
I mean, yeah. But I think that's very standard for orange juice anyway. I mean,
that is very true.
But it's no sugar added.
Because like if you have an orange, the USDA, they have like this food kind of like database as far as like what is the general like breakdown for like sugar and carbs and all the things. Mm-hmm. So it's usually at least like 14 grams for like one orange.
So how would you get 23?
Probably because it's your
concentrated.
Well, it's not technically concentrated.
It's not concentrated.
That's a different thing. But it's
you're getting more oranges per sip.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. Tropicana.
Okay.
I find the carafe style it smells the same.
Really? I think it smells a little less sugary.
You're right. No, you're right.
So.
It does smell less sugary. Is there actually less sugar in this while she's sipping? There is 22 versus 23, so not much.
But they both are 110 calories for 8 fluid ounces.
Oh, interesting. See, this is why we do it. I feel like that's lighter and tangier. Mm-hmm.
Like more acidic.
A little bit.
Which is interesting. So Simply Orange, I think they're the ones that have, they have one that's specifically like less acid.
Oh, do they? Oh, that's right. Yeah, they do have a less acid one.
Which I was like, how do you do that? Because it's orange. I think I like the tanginess of this a little better.
All right. Sorry, Simply. Do we know anything about the story of Simply? Or Tropicana, other than I guess that they're Pepsi got it right. Well, you prefer Pepsi anyway. You prefer Pepsi to Coke.
I do.
Yeah.
But both of these brands are all about like, always fresh, never from concentrate. I think Simply also says like never frozen or anything like that.
Huh.
Tropicana is just interesting. It actually started out as this guy named
Mike Tropicana.
His name was Anthony Rossi, and he was from Sicily. So he came over.
Okay. There's a theme with Italians.
Both of these are Florida based, which isn't surprising.
Mm-hmm.
But he basically started at the company like making citrus boxes, like gifts.
Italians, for those of you that know us, know that most Italians really love our citrus.
Yeah.
They kind of embody that in Godfather 2, when Vito dies. Spoiler alert, like a 4-year-old
No, it's in
movie.
all of them. Like even when the Don gets shot.
Oh, that's true. He's buying
and
oranges.
when he dies, it's a motif.
Yeah, no, I mean, oranges are a thing, and citrus is absolutely a thing in like Italian culture. So it makes sense for me that an Italian. So and at some point, Pepsi's like, "That stuff's real good. We're gonna buy it."
I guess so. I mean, I don't know when exactly they bought it, but they bought it in 1998.
Oh, okay, so fairly recent. Interesting.
Ish. Also, the home style is the original was pulp free, and then in 1985 they rolled out the home style with like some pulp.
Huh. And then they came up with Grove Stand later, which was
which is like a lot of pulp, which we would have liked, but.
Well, I would have absolutely preferred, and you are ambivalent.
I mean, I'm used to it at this point, so.
Fair enough. I mean, okay, yeah. So, bam. Tropicana takes the. I'm trying to think of a pun. I got nothing. On to the next set. Part 2 of the orange juice off. Orange juice. I got nothing.
Orange juice gauntlet?
Gauntlet? I don't feel like it's a gauntlet. I feel like that's like we have to like.
It really isn't. There's only.
I'm enjoying this. So there's nothing struggling about this. This is not Tim Tams, which I did enjoy but struggled through. Or
There was a
Pop-Tarts,
lot of food.
which I absolutely struggled through. So we're moving on to Florida's Natural and the Trader Joe's. Now I feel like I grew up with this one, but it's been years since I had it, and I've never had the Trader Joe's.
Yeah, me neither.
Have you ever had? So you've never had this? Have you ever had this?
I probably have had the Florida's Natural. I think we were more. If we got it, I think we were more of a Tropicana household.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the Trader Joe's has this, and they do have the non-pasteurized version, which somehow is more expensive considerably.
Well, I think it's because it has a quicker shelf life and stuff. Because the whole point of pasteurization is supposed to help kill out some of the any presence of like yeast, molds, bacteria.
Pasteurization is a good thing, generally speaking.
It is.
Although
It's supposed to help prolong the longevity of the product. It also helps for consumers.
But in the EU, there's some things like you can't pasteurize milk for I think the UK. You can't have pasteurized milk in the UK. I might have that off. There's something like that where I know like milk products made in the UK versus the US actually can't be traded across.
Same thing with eggs. Like one of them, we refrigerate, and one of them in the UK they don't refrigerate their eggs or something.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Weird. Anyway.
But anyway, I mean, neither one is necessarily bad or good. It's just a difference in process. I mean, I think you may lose a negligible amount of nutrients in the pasteurization process, but you also probably won't get food poisoning. So
we've mentioned that ingredients for this one, for the Trader Joe's, orange juice.
Yep.
That's it. It's just orange juice.
That's why I was like, I don't understand that, because the Florida's Natural. Well, the first ingredient's water, then orange juice, concentrated orange juice, contains juice from Florida, Mexico, and Brazil. And it clearly does say that premium orange juice from concentrate.
So this is actually the one we have from concentrate.
Well, this one seems to have a combo of like straight up orange juice and then
it's coupled with water and concentrate?
I can't tell, because why would, if you have the ingredient, so water's first, which also makes sense anyway with juice, because the majority is water. But then it specifically says orange juice, and then it says concentrated orange juice.
So I imagine they take the concentrated orange juice, they cut it with the water to make an orange juice, and then they also mix it with orange juice.
I guess.
Seems like a really complicated process. Although, for those of you that know, a lot of this orange juice flavor, is it true that the orange juice flavor actually is added often afterwards because of how long it has to be stored?
I could not.
You couldn't confirm.
I couldn't find that on any of the websites, because they're all about saying, like, they're all natural.
Oh, of course. Well, so you're never going to find it on their actual, probably personal websites. But there was that theory floating around story floating around the internet for a long time, that orange juice is preserved in vats to last for a full season, for as long as possible. And in doing so, it loses orange flavor. And so then orange flavoring has to be added back to it. I don't know how true that is. And so if you have it, let us know. Throw links in the comments.
I'd be
I'm actually
super
kind of curious.
That would be very interesting.
I'm actually really interested in this Trader Joe's one. to see if this is actually any good. Again, kind of a medium pulp. That's got a much orangier flavor,
Did you
look to
shake it?
I did.
Okay, good. I didn't do mine. Plus, I like, even though this is the only one that's in like a papery kind of carton, it has a cute little.
Oh, the little orange. The cap is an orange.
Yeah, it's
the cap's like the inside of an orange.
I like
That's
that.
kind of cute. But yeah, no, this has a darker color than all the other ones, by far. Actually, I think
this is
the Florida is definitely the lightest one. I would say it's pretty close to being the lightest if it isn't. And this one smells subtler too. It smells just like you just cracked open an orange. And if you guys haven't tried, my recommendation for oranges, at being an expert in oranges myself that I am, I recommend Sumo oranges. Now, they only ever seem to be in season for a short time, but they are fantastic. Easy to peel. They've kind of got this like nubbin on the top that makes them really easy to peel, and they are fantastic, sweet and full of juice. Well, you're not sipping. I was chatting. I already smelled. I was trying to waste time. Okay.
That one tastes more
like an orange.
Like an orange.
It's like someone juiced an orange. That's
really good.
Okay.
How many grams of sugar?
Sugar? How much sugar? Dietary sugar? Total sugar is 21. So it is
it's the least.
Well, the least, but by a tiny amount. Okay. I'm on board, Trader Joe's.
I like that one.
Oh, and that has like a heavier, slightly juicier feel. It's not like those nectars that you can get, but it is a little bit thicker. It
doesn't have I didn't get pulp when I was drinking that.
No, and I suppose it's a little disappointing. You can see it when it's not shaken and it's had a chance to settle. You can actually see a very clear line. Interesting. Okay, all right. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I like that one.
Now onto the Florida's Natural. I don't have high expectations of this one.
Why?
I don't know.
Because of the concentrate?
It could, maybe the concentrate, maybe the packaging.
Or is that all marketing? Because both the Tropicana and the Simply were like, oh, not frozen, not concentrate, blah, blah, blah.
That's our impression of marketing, guys.
Yes, it is. Well, I'm clearly not in marketing.
Well, okay, let's get to it. That smells the least like an orange. Right?
I'm not really smelling anything.
Really?
Did
you come down with something?
No.
Got a cold?
I don't think so.
I mean,
it smells sweet.
Well, if you do come down with the cold, you're fine, because now we have a whole bunch of orange juice.
That you need to really consume in 7 to 10 days, according to all of their packaging.
Wait, 7 to 10 days of opening these?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're going to have a lot of sugar.
I don't think that's going to be a problem for me.
You bake with it, too.
Zip it. Okay. You see, we do these things so that when one of us is tasting something that we have to share like this, the other one's talking so that we don't have a whole bunch of dead air. And Katie likes to have quips. Sure. So sometimes she doesn't get to the sipping part.
This one has an aftertaste.
Oh yeah, it does. Oh wow, that's weird. It's like the rind.
Yes, it's kind of acidic. Or like it's some kind of acid.
No, it's kind of like.
It's not bad.
No, it's like a little bit of the rind is in there.
Possibly.
I don't know if that's actually what it is, but if you've ever bitten too close.
But it's still on my tongue as we're talking.
Yes, no, it's
that one. It was just like orange.
I mean, little choir of children. No, this one lingers. This one definitely lingers. It's actually not bad. It's not. You're right. It's not unpleasant. However, having tasted these 4, and I know this is really quick. Trader Joe's.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So 1, we're gonna rank them right now. Right. Trader Joe's, number 1. Number 2, we have the Tropicana. Number 3, we have the Simply, and number 4, we have the Florida's Natural. Now I've heard, and we'd already purchased this Trader Joe's, that the non-pasteurized version is even better. And it might be if the pasteurization causes any of the flavor to be lost, maybe that's why. So maybe we'll do that in a separate video to see if this is actually superior.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think that's a quick and easy ranking.
I mean, it is, but I also think if you wanted to be more intentional with your buying, and let's say you didn't want to have something from a Pepsi or a Coke-owned kind of product.
That's
Maybe
true.
go with Florida's Natural. Or...
So what's the deal with Florida's Natural? Because everybody, well, not everybody, but we go to Trader Joe's often enough, and it's fantastic. Yeah. It's got fantastic deals. If you've ever thought, oh, Trader Joe's is a really expensive place, it's actually really not. There's a lot of super affordable,
this
great
whole
deals.
thing was $3.99.
Okay. All right, so let's do our prices.
Yeah.
So Trader Joe's, we've got $3.90. So they all contain 240 milliliters
per serving. So they're all...
no, not per serving. That's a whole... Oh, no, sorry. 240, yeah. 240 milliliters per serving.
52 ounces for all of them.
And they're all 52 ounces in this. Now, here's where it gets weird. Because we just did some math.
And it...
Oh, whoa, hold on a minute.
What?
We might have some information. So whoever's done the math, the orange juice math, may not be able to count. Because if there's 52 ounces, divided by
8 fluid ounces.
Divided by 8 fluid ounces.
Per serving.
6.5. 6.5, yeah. 6.5 servings.
But they all do something different.
Even though they are the same serving size and the same bottle size, the same in each bottle, this says it has 8 fluid ounces, or 8 servings.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. It's 7.
Sorry, 7 servings at 8 fluid ounces. This has 6 servings. This has 7 servings, and this has 6 servings. So, 2 of these are wrong. These guys are rounding up. Actually, they're doing more than just rounding up. They're rounding... Oh, no, I guess they're rounding up. Oh, they're rounding up. And these guys are rounding down.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Huh.
So, the Coke and the Trader Joe's rounded up. What would we come up with?
Well, so $3.99. So, if you do $3.99 divided by, 52 ounces... times 8, so it's like 61 cents per serving.
I mean, we could just look at since they're identical, we might as well just look at the total price.
Yeah,
right.
That's fine.
Okay, so
yeah, you have $3.99. Tropicana is the most expensive. Not entirely surprising. It was actually over $5. It was $5.49.
We got these 3 at Kroger.
Yeah.
So. Your mileage may vary. But carry on. So we got $3.99.
$5.49.
$5.49. That's
so
significant.
Expensive. Simply was $3.
Oh.
Surprising. It was just $3 even. And Florida's Natural was $3.50.
So we had $3.53. 5.
And change. Almost $5.50.
5.5. And 4.
Yeah.
Basically.
Essentially.
Interesting. Okay. It'll be easy to see it once we got the cut of the photos of these, and you can actually compare them with the numbers, because saying it now to repeat it, there's a lot of numbers and a lot of stuff flying around. Okay, so we've talked price, we've ranked them. Trader Joe's our favorite and probably the best deal overall.
Yes.
But if taste is not a concern and you just want to get orange juice,
probably Florida's Natural. I mean, and also it says on the packaging that it's a farmers cooperative since 1933. So essentially what that just means is that they don't have, like, the folks that are growing the products and, like, processing it.
Oh, they partly
are the people who own the company, and it's not outside investors such as, mega companies.
Oh, yeah. So actually that says something then about it.
So there is something about that. They also have a really cool, like, a visitor center in Florida where you can go and buy lots of orangey type products. They have it online as well. I was just
like orange, like hats and shirts and
like different merch. Products and merch and
okay.
other things, just to help support the cooperative, I guess. So
okay.
That was my fun fact.
See, now that I can appreciate. Although, I mean, the price is very good, right? It's $3, so it's the cheapest of them,
$3.50. Right?
It's the cheapest of them.
This was the cheapest.
This was the cheapest. Okay, so it's one of the cheaper ones, but it's also noticeably lower in quality. Or it seems, or at least taste.
It just has a little bit of an aftertaste.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting. But I mean, I can see why you might like that. Honestly, if you like a bit of that, like.
Kind of like punch at the end.
The acidity and like that not tang, but that like extra bitterness at the end. I can see why you would like that. Fair enough. Okay. Interesting. But in looking at the Simply, was it the Simply that had that ridiculous picture of the grove on their website?
Yeah.
There was a picture of an orange grove.
I was trying to find out a little bit more about their process or their history. because I had to look on multiple sites to find out that they were originally like a Minute Maid company or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it basically was like, here, we get the stuff from the Grove, and then it has a picture that says this is an illustrative Grove. This is not where the
it may not be the actual represent the actual grove where they come from.
But I couldn't find anything about like their origin or anything like. So at least I like that about like Florida's Natural had a lot of like videos where they talked about the cooperative. You had lots of different fun facts about the history of Tropicana.
But Simply Orange is like, look, it's orange juice. What do you want?
Exactly.
It's simple. Like it's
Simply Orange also, or like the Simply brand also has recipes. I think Florida's Natural did too. Like they had a recipes page. But the Simply had a lot to do with like cocktails. To use their products for cocktails, which makes sense. But like some of the other ones are more like
vodka, bam, you got to drink. It's not that hard, right?
Well, there's like a sub brand of Simply that's specific for
like it caters specifically to mixed drinks and I could see that
like some of the other ones it was like cranberry orange nut bread and other things like that. I think that was on Florida Natural, which I thought was interesting.
Oh,
so like how to use it.
Anything else worth knowing?
I mean, those were some of the fun facts I think people would appreciate. But you were really surprised when I was like, I'm still trying to research.
Yeah, that was, I'd ask, so, I'll tell Katie, like, we're on vacation till the end of the year, and so I'm like, hey, let's shoot as many of these videos as we can so we can get ahead of the game. And so I said, like, hey, let's do the orange juice episode. Let's get ahead on that. And she said, oh, I guess that means I have to do research. Like, yep, that's what that does. That's your thing. I have to shoot it. I have to do the lights. I have to edit it. That's my thing. She does the research. And like an hour later, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm setting up the lights. You almost ready? She's like, oh, they got 2 of the orange juices researched. And
yeah.
I mean, I just expected to be like, here's a little bit about orange juice, and this one's. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't like 3 hours of research. Okay? So
it's interesting. I like learning about the companies and their.
No, and I mean, and I'm sure there's folks out there that are going to appreciate that as well. I mean, I would have no idea that this is Coke versus Pepsi.
I didn't either.
That's ridiculous.
But yes, on that note, please tell us what your favorite orange juice brand is.
If you've compared them. Now, if you've only ever had one orange juice.
Well, it could be, hey, we are a blank, whatever, like a Tropicana household and blah, blah, blah.
My father was one of Florida's naturalists, and
they were one of the 5 generations.
Father was, is that what it was? 5 generations?
Yeah, there's 5 generations.
Something like that. Maybe there's a story there. Because I mean, honestly, like, Pepsi versus Coke is fine, I suppose. It disincentivizes me a little bit from trying it.
Well, and also now that we have so many, I mean, that's a lot of orange juice to have in our refrigerator right now. If you have any recipes or things that we could eat, I mean, it
goes well. I mean, it's required for like a cranberry sauce. So those of you that have just had Thanksgiving, you actually mix a cup of this, which I guess is really not a lot.
You don't have to, but that's what I do because I think it complements it better.
Fair enough.
Instead of water.
Tell us what else you do with your orange juice, what your favorite orange juice is, as well as if you like it pulpy or not. Maybe if you tried.
That is pretty much a divisive question. Do you like pulp in orange juice?
Why would it be divisive?
Because some people are like, ugh.
If someone in your household likes pulpy orange juice and you don't,
what
can
do you do?
Strain it out.
I guess
like those little things you just strain out and you pour it. Yeah, I knew something like that growing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, father loved pulpy orange juice, and then the kids did, so the kids just strained it out.
I mean, that makes sense.
That guy's dead now. Anyway.
On that cheerful note, anyway, please like and subscribe. Please comment if you want. We love to see comments.
Absolutely.
And, tell them where they can find us outside of YouTube.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can find us on Instagram @CaraCompares, where occasionally we post. Well, right now it's just reminders on Fridays that we've released a new episode, or sometimes updates about like, hey, there's stuff we have coming in the future. But more importantly, we do actually want to know other stuff to compare. We'll probably run out of ideas one day. We've got a lot planned, at least a month's worth of content ahead of this shoot.
Yeah.
So any other ideas you have, food related or not, similar products, something like this is actually fantastic. And feel free to send that either as messages, videos, whatever. You can also find us at rjpfilms.com/KRCompares. That's all I've got.
Nicely done.
Thank you. I hope so. It's getting better. I feel like it's getting more practice over time. We'll get better. These videos are improving. I hope, I think. You tell me. You compare our earlier videos with our newer ones. I'm trying. No? Okay.
Anyway, thank you again, and we will see you next time.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Katie. Take care.
Bye. There's nothing in my glass.